Good morning. So I normally get a countdown and then I know to smile and then say good morning and welcome to Mornings with Megs. But that didn't happen this morning. So we're smiling and making it work. I'm trying to make this little section kind of vibey and what I want out of it, but unfortunately, we're just not there yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. Okay. We're talking actually a couple of things today, which is exciting. We've got a couple of things to really dive into this morning, and I'm excited because I have a very good friend of mine, Michael Sherwell, coming on board. He is going to come and chat to us all about everything that we had planned previously, but then the audio stuffed up and we couldn't do it. Finally got that all working. Thank God. So yeah, instead we're going to talk to him today. So his story is super inspiring because basically, he went through like a bit of a reinvention story, and he has done any and everything you can possibly think of. So yeah, it's like everything from beer making to beekeeping to car racing to business owning. He's a dad of four. And he's just the best person in the world. So I'm excited to chat with him. We had a bit of a catch up last night just to sort of chat through what we're going to talk about this morning. So it's going to be awesome. So I've got that for you later this morning. We're going to catch up with him at 7 o'clock Adelaide time. So in about half hour's time. So that's going to be awesome. But before we do that, we're going to continue the finance trend because today is the 30th of June. And for my Aussie, I don't know if New Zealand have end of financial year at the same time. Gem's going to have to let me know when she jumps on. We're going to, I guess kind of continue on from yesterday because having Joel on really made me think about what I was buying and was I didn't really need the things, but I was like, oh my God, 50% off. I'm a sucker for a sale. It's just, anyway. So today is the day that everyone is going to Officeworks and spending all of their business money in order to try and reduce their end of financial year bill. And I should be doing the same, but oh God, it's the one of the things I dislike about owning a business. Okay. I have to do my taxes. Well, I mean, I don't. My accountant does them and she does not like me. And I just get so frustrated with having to pay for things 3 times over. So yeah, I don't know, it's a whole thing. So again, I've been reminded to say this is not financial advice. Definitely not financial advice. Don't take financial advice from me. I am here purely to tell you from my perspective and speak to an accountant. But look, this is the time where I'm I want to reduce my tax bill as much as possible, but I don't really know what that means. I can move some invoices around and I can buy a bunch of shit now. But again, I just don't really need that. So it's not probably going to serve me. And I will say that the thought of going into a packed shop, like Christmas Eve styles, gives me so much anxiety. Now I've just become such a recluse and it's just not it. So if you need something, okay, if you're going to buy it anyway, buy it now because yes, it will be on sale. And I'm a big one for doing that on Black Friday. I buy so much stuff on Black Friday and I am so here for it. But I think the problem with the things that I buy, I like to buy activewear on Black Friday because I am a leisure activewear wearer because I do not step foot into the gym and I haven't for such a long time, but I still have so many cute pieces that I just love to wear. And I will continue to have activewear be part of my personality. So I like to shop during these times, which obviously now, it used to be, end of financial year would literally be you know, like laptops and stuff like that. Now it's everything. Every brand, including all the activewear brands, are all having end of financial year sales, which is wild. And I'm actually really devastated because my favorite activewear brand, I don't know what's happened to them. It's a massive story on social media at the moment. Stacks, I'm actually wearing their tights today. And I wear them every day because they're literally the only tights I found that are length, full length. Because I buy full length tights and they're still freaking ankle freezers. And I'm like, mate, this ain't full length. Okay. I'm a giraffe. Okay. Work with me. Okay. But what we're not talking about. So this is a friendly reminder. Okay. If you need to buy something and you're going to buy it in, a month's time anyway, buy the thing. Okay. But if you're not buying it and you're only buying because it's on sale, you're still not, you're spending 50%. You're not saving 50%. Okay. Game changer. Okay. The other thing I really want to talk about, because I want to do this, and this is not from like a, oh God, how do I put this? This isn't from like a financial advice that someone's told me to do this, and I'm like, yeah, I need to do this. This is because I went back over some of my manifestation course material yesterday, because it's a full moon today. And I think it's like 9:30 Adelaide time today. If you know, you know. Okay. However, I am auditing where I spend my money. Okay. And I'm really keen to go on like a no spend like month. And I don't know if I could start it in July. I mean, I probably could. Maybe I could. I need to have a bit of think about it. But just shit that like subscriptions that are on my coming out of my account. Okay. So I have Disney, I have Stan, I have Netflix. Okay. I have friggin' Amazon as well. Let me tell you how many of them I actually watch. Now, I will preface this by saying I'm actually obsessed with Love Island USA today at the moment. So I have absolutely been binging that. Okay. And I'm going to also say that I do need stuff to watch on the plane. And could I read a book? Yes. Could I? Whatever. Okay. But it is my trash fix. So I'm traveling to the Gold Coast on Thursday. So we'll actually have a pre-recorded episode on Thursday, and I'm actually so excited for this one. That's why I'm trying not to go into too much depth about this, because I've read every money book you can imagine. And it was so good to remind myself of that yesterday. So I've actually got like a little bit of like a learning thing for you guys in the like podcast episode vibe. It's going to be killer. I'm actually so excited to record it, because I'm actually so excited to like remind myself of these money principles. So I've got Get Rich Like a Bitch, You're a Badass at Making Money, and Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Okay. So I've literally got like the best books ever. Oh, and the magic. Okay. Can't forget the magic. So literally I've combined the science with the woo, and like this shit is just epic. So I'm excited to share that with everybody. Okay, so let's talk about subscriptions, okay? Because literally, so like when I tell you these studies, like you're just gonna like die like I did, okay? So they did a survey in March. So this is an Australian survey, guys. 2026 survey. Australians could be wasting up to $1,700 a year on like unused subscription, okay? And about half of us pay for something we don't actually use. Wild. The biggest drain is the gym. People not using their membership and still paying around $93 a month. So what you're paying for there, like you are paying for the privilege of feeling guilty for the fact that you're not going to the gym. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound fun to pay for. It is not me currently, because I am real with myself and actually sneakily too. Where I stay in the Gold Coast has a gym in the apartment like complex, and it's actually the best gym I've ever seen in a hotel. Does that mean I'm going to go? Probably not, but look, I can only reinvent myself one step at a time. Okay, I'm starting with financially. And then the streaming stack. So Stan, Prime, Paramount Plus, Netflix. So obviously they're cheap on its own, but it's brutal when you're watching 5 and paying for 1. So separate analysis puts the potential savings at about $1,261 a year just for forgotten or unused subscriptions. My God, wild. Okay, so this, I feel like, quadruples if you have a business, okay? Because there are things that I pay for, then I'm like aware that I probably need them, but I don't know if I need the level of subscription that I need, given I've changed my business quite dramatically. So like I pay for a website, I pay for Zero, I pay for like, God, I don't even know. Like that's how much I avoid this thought process. Like I just don't even know, right? We pay for Spotify. We pay for, I don't know, probably YouTube. I pay for CapCut. I pay for Canva. Okay. All of these things. And it's like, oh, it's only $30 a month here and there. When you add them up, it's very expensive. So I want you, if you can, with me. I actually meant to bring the phone that has my banking on it with me so that I could do this live with you. But I'm going to have to do it in retrospect. But have a look through today and just see what are you paying for that you do not use. Okay. So think about what you're paying for that you do not use, but also my favorite one to do. Okay. What are you paying for that doesn't actually feel very good? Now, if you're paying for a gym that you're not using, and this is the motivation that you need because you're like, I haven't paid like $1,000 to a gym I have not stepped foot in since the 30th of January. Okay. Because we're all new year, new me. Okay. And then come February, the gyms are empty. And as I used to be an avid gym goer and I hated this time of year. I was like, ugh, all you New Year's resolution people, I know I'm not going to see you in a month's time. So I'm going to put up with the fact that you don't know how to re-rack your weights and don't know how to use the leg press machine. Okay. Can't get on my favorite machines because all of you New Year's people are here. By February, the gym is empty. It was great. Okay. Don't be one of those people. Or if you're going to be one of those people, do not continue to pay for it. It's not like you can get a gym membership for like $10 a week these days. Because I binge Hamish and Andy more than I care to admit. They had an ad from Revo on there actually. So the new gym there, and it's a killer gym. I used to go there. Used to. I miss being the gym girl. I really do. I loved the strongest version of myself. And this is one thing that Endo has taken from me. I tell you what. But you know what? I have no excuse now because I do now because I'm still post-op. So I can still blame Endo for the reason I haven't stepped foot in the gym. But I really am scared. Like I am. But you know what? This is a whole separate episode. Focus, Coleman. Focus. Okay. We've got this. So oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, shit, what did I get up to? Okay. So go through your subscriptions and literally go through your live subscriptions too. Okay. I want you to literally audit every single thing from your Netflix to your Stan to your Disney to your gym to anything that you're paying for currently. Okay. That doesn't feel good to you. Right. So I pay for Netflix. I don't watch freaking Netflix. The only thing I watch Netflix for is when I'm feeling a bit icky and I just want to put Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the background so that my brain is soothed. Okay. Does that help me? Sometimes. Are there better ways I could deal with stress? 100%. Okay. So, Netflix. Now, as I said, I'm currently binging Love Island. Now, how does that make me feel? It makes me feel trashy because it's absolute trash TV. Okay. But it brings me enjoyment. Okay. Now, I could be one of those people, like I know my best friend is going to be because she asked me yesterday what brand my walking pad is, where I got it from, and like how it is. And she's like, "Yep, I'm gonna put it on while I'm watching trash TV every night time when my daughter goes to bed." Okay. I love her more than life. I would literally murder for her. Like I would kill somebody for her. I love her that much. Okay. Her daughter is my goddaughter. She is one of the most important people in this world to me ever. Okay. However, I'm very well aware that she literally will walk on that thing for like 3 nights and then it will collect dust along with the other whatever gym equipment she's bought over the years. Okay. We need to get better at following through with things. Is my first point. My second point is check your subscriptions. Okay. If you feel good about what show you're watching right now and you get stuff from it, okay, it's a good thing to do. Okay. If it's like your, comfort show with your partner, okay, like with me watching Love Island and I make Lloyd watch it with me. Actually, that's not true. I started making him watch it with me and now he's just obsessed because he likes the pretty girls and also the drama too. It's actually really funny. So like, and because I'm about to leave him again for like months. So that is our little show that we watch together. So I actually don't think that that's as like energy leaky as it could be. Okay. If we then forward over it because we're like, do you know, I shouldn't be recommending this because it's just a trash show, but it's just so bloody funny. And yeah, so obviously, if your kids watch it, but there are just so many free apps as well, I found. Like ABC's free, 9 Now's free, 7 whatever is free. Like there is so much stuff on there as well that we can probably be getting away from. Okay. So again, it's not as much as the amount you're paying. It's, I guess, how you feel about paying that. If it brings you joy, if it raises your vibe, if it's doing all of the things that you're like, you know what, I absolutely believe that this is the best way and the best use of my time, then go for it. I pay for Uber One, is it? Whatever the I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Uber One. And like I don't even know what that is. And I can't even really get Uber Eats out here. So it's wild to me that like I've not even checked to stop paying that. And this is where they get you because, you know, a free trial ends and you're like, just forget about it. And then like you see it come out of your bank statement. And I would love to know how many people actually check their bank transactions. Okay. I've had the biggest realist, like in your face moment ever having to check my bank transactions because I have to do it for the business, right? So I have to come face to face with my own shopping issue and the shit that I buy and the amount I spend on food. And I'm like, none of this made me feel good. Like I regretted that severely afterwards. You go on a night out. None of that made me feel good. I regretted that severely afterwards. So yeah, I think just really have a bit of a think about what comes out regularly, what you do regularly, especially when it comes to money and the energy of money, and just have a bit of a life audit because trust me, like it'll change your life. And I'm going to do it with you today. So open your bank. What subscription did you forget that you were even paying for? Cancel it right now. And I am also the one that is like, oh, I don't know my password to that one. Oh, it's such an effort to reset my password. Okay. Let's not be lazy today. We're doing all the things. Okay. And what is the one thing you keep paying for because you might use it? Okay. Whether that be a learning subscription, a gym subscription, a whatever subscription, and be honest with yourself. Like, when did you actually use it? Okay. Now, if you're, like I said, going to use this for, you know what, I'm sick of paying for this gym subscription, not using it. I'm going to go to this gym more regularly. By all means, like go. Like I love that this would be an inspiration for you to get a good deal. Even if you're going to sign up now, I'm sure there's a bucket load of deals out there for gyms too. There's loads of deals for everything at the moment. Even washing machines, which like good luck unless you're I guess there are some businesses that claim that on tax, whatever. So yes, be honest. When did you actually use that? And if you're not going to use it, cancel it. Save yourself the money. I guarantee you by the end of this year, if you write down all those subscriptions you canceled today, and then in 6 months' time, you're, $1,000 richer, pretty sure you're going to like thank your now self. Okay. Now, let's talk about this because this was the other thing that I was just like, this is honestly sounds like the worst thing in the world to me to do. Like I can't, like I hate doing this, but the with like the changes and all of the stuff around like your household energy bills and private health and like insurances and all this other stuff, right? They're all changing tomorrow. Now, I have like a bucket load of insurances. I don't even know what I have insurances for, okay? That is not an informed businesswoman, and I don't care to be that person, okay? So this is the real, so like, and when I tell you the savings, right, I'm not talking about $50 at the end of the year. I'm talking like some of these studies say up to like 2.5 grand a year. Like, isn't that wild? Okay. So tomorrow, the regulated default electricity prices reset, with the regulator proposing cuts of 1.3 to 10.1% depending on regions, and retailers chase switches hard when prices move, right? There is going to be people fighting for your attention and energy companies fighting for your business now. Like, have a serious think about it. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. Yes, it's life admin that you don't have time to do. Okay. But again, when you're, 3 grand richer at the end of the year, by making these changes, okay, it'll be worth a couple of hours investment of doing this. And I feel like I think it's just going to make us feel good. I think it's going to make us feel like, you know what, we love money, we respect money, we want to spend money on better things, and not be those people that complain about the cost of living when we can be saving 3 grand a year. Like, come on, let's not be those people. So insurance, mortgage, and energy is where the real money hides. Loyalty is punished, not rewarded. I'm looking at you, Booper. So, also landing the 1st of July, the minimum wage rises. Oh, God. Okay. I did not put this in here. Okay. I know that this is something that everybody wanted me to talk about, but we're talking about it. It's in my show notes. Got to do it. Okay. Minimum wage rise. Wait. Oh, God. I can't see. I don't even want to talk about it so much. My words won't even articulate. The minimum wage rises to $26.44. The lowest tax drops 16% to 15%, and super must now be paid at the same time as wages. The financial defaults are literally resetting this week. I'm all for that. I feel like, oh God, this is an argument that we, like Michael and I even had on the phone last night. And I'm not going to bring it up with him now because this is not what I wanted to get him on to talk to you guys about. But I think in this day and age, regardless of how you feel morally about some things, there are some of us that literally want to make money and are happy and consenting in certain things to do so. Okay. When you are talking families like this who like are excited about the minimum wage rise to $26 an hour, like it is wild to me. Okay. I am like one person, and like even financially supporting myself is a nightmare sometimes. Okay. I just can't even imagine. So you can do one at a time, or you can have a life admin day that's going to feel really, really good. Because I guarantee you right now, if you start and literally start with like your power and your gas and we can't choose who we get our water from, your insurance, and your mortgage. Okay. It literally can be, I mean, we have everything at our fingertips, right? Like Google the best energy rate. But when you do that as well, see, this is where you use the algorithm to your advantage. Okay. If I Google best energy rate Williamstown, like where I live, okay, I don't know if region makes a difference. I'm sure it does. And I bet you that you will then start seeing Google ads pop up. Okay. You will start seeing ads on your social media pop up for different energy companies wanting your business. Okay. It's legit a life hack, and you will get the best deals sent to you. You will get the best savings your way. Okay. So that is my literal, like how I shop for anything these days. I literally will Google it because I know unless their marketing is crap and they don't have pixels that can then retarget people that land on their website or Google. It's a side note, okay? Don't worry about that. Unless, okay, their marketing is crap, they are going to find you. If they know, and like here's a little marketing hack for you if you're a business owner or if you just want to know how the algorithm works, okay? Google searches are super high intent. Okay. They are more intentful, obviously, which is why Google ads typically cost you more than Facebook ads or Instagram ads. Let's just say meta ads. Okay. Because I am actively searching for that thing. Okay. I am searching energy prices, South Australia, energy companies, South Australia, saving energy costs, South Australia, like all of these things. I am actively searching for that thing. Okay. Whereas if I am just scrolling through my feed, I might get served ads that are being put or shown to me because I fall into if I fall into a type of pool of people that would search for a particular product. Let me give you an example on this one. I get served lashes, nails. What else? I'm trying to think what else I get served. I'm like mindful what I say in front of my phone because she listens. Right. So those things just come up because I am the type of person, or I fit in the type of person that would buy these products, okay, based off of what the algorithm knows about me, okay? Whereas with Google, you're actually making intent on these things. Now, ChatGPT and Claude and every other AI platform, like when they start selling ad space, like, oh, mate, this is going to cost businesses, but I reckon it's going to be super, super fruitful because like there would be advertising companies itching to get Claude's data and to get ChatGPT's data. Because could you imagine? I know some of the shit that I've searched in Claude, like, and in ChatGPT, and I'm like, you know what? This is worse than like the thought of having your Google searches leaked into an office of people that you work with. Like it's actually just, it's so funny. So I would love, 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 love. Okay. The money should be in our pockets. Okay. And all we have to do is a little bit of effort. Okay. we just have to spend a little bit of time. And do you know what? You know me, right? I am so into romanticizing the shit out of every moment in my life. Okay. And I am going to do the same for this because I always do a full moon ritual. Always, always, always. Super important. Okay. So I'm going to include my cost saving little research, okay, in this as well. So I'm gonna light a candle. I'm gonna like put some music on. I'm gonna make it like super vibey. I'm gonna get my dressing gown on because it's cold as shit here at the moment. I'm gonna do all the things that make me feel really, really good. And then I might even just put on like I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we're about to talk to Michael or not, but like I feel like the kind of music that would really soothe my soul to do this activity right now would be like Corn or like I've got it. Bliss and Esso. Aussie hip hop is going to be the soundtrack to me saving myself $3,000 before the end of the year because I decided to invest some time in my finances. Okay. And look, I mean, I need to do it in my business too, because Jesus Christ, like if I'm saving like $3,000 per, like personally, I would hate to think what I would save in the business because there's just a gajillion, billion, trillion things that you pay for as a business. So including my own super, which is so annoying because like I would rather the money in my pocket now. The future's not even guaranteed. Like, why the shit would I invest? Do you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to leave it there, okay? It is absolutely not worth it at all. Okay, so I would actually really love to create a little bit of like a cute little aesthetic checklist because let's make this as cute as we can and as fun as we can. Okay, that's the most important part about this whole thing is if like we don't find it fun, we're not going to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna make it like super cute, and I bet you any amount of money that there would be some cute little Canva template that they would have on there to literally go through and like review all of your finances. So what I'm going to try and do as part of this is I'm going to try and find literally everything that Claude suggests that we should review. Okay, because hot girls review their finances. And I would love to hear, and like we don't gatekeep here, right? If I find a killer deal, you best believe I am going to share that with everybody because I believe that we should never gatekeep in this life because like life is bloody hard enough. So why would we also gatekeep? So I don't want it to be like we're done with don't get a fancy coffee every morning because that's how you save money. Because I guarantee you that if you like change your energy company by the look of it, you probably save a shitload more anyway. And you still get to drink your beautiful, I'm obsessed with matcha right now. Oh my God, just absolutely love it. If you are, I don't know, I'm assuming that they are doing end of financial year sales as well. But New Harvest or Naked Harvest, whatever they're called now, the best matchas anyway. So don't limit yourself by not making the fancy coffees. Like we need to live and enjoy life as well. Or like me, and I've had to go cold turkey on not drinking Oxy Shreds because I was literally about to like make my heart explode. So anyway, okay, so that's my tips, and we're going to do it together because again, we deserve to have that money in our pockets and not in an energy company that actually doesn't give two shits about us. So now I'm excited to finally welcome in one of my very, very good friends. And it's actually so funny that I had to obviously do research for him when I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I'm like, you know what? How well have I done my job? How well have I represented this man in life? And if I Google him and I run his name through Claude or Chat GPT, what comes up? Okay. And I will say that I have done a very good job at being your PR manager, Mr. Sherwell. Good morning.
Hey, how you going?
How are you?
Good. Can you hear me this time?
It's so exciting.
Winning in life. That's cool.
We got that. So I was prepping my notes for you just for funsies. Okay. I know. But I will say I have done a good job at what I do for you, because you should see what ChatGPT wrote about you.
Oh, really?
And who you
My
are.
daughters always look up like Michael Sherwell and ChatGPT, and then they go, "Oh, you're married to your sister." So Karen, who works for me, my sister, she's got the same last name, and they go, "Oh, married to Karen Sherwell." I was like, technically still married to my ex. We haven't done the paperwork, but anyway. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So let me read you the info, because I was like, the intro, sorry. And I was like, I'm not going to change this. Let's see how on point we are. So Michael Sherwell, a Newcastle businessman, Nova Air and Electrical, who decided at 40 to do the thing most people only daydream about, become a race car driver. He came in as a rookie in the Toyota Gazoo Racing 86 series, and now races in the V8 Super series in his number 55 Mitsubishi Triton. Recently teaming up. Oh, okay, that part is not. I was going to say, shit, I didn't actually read this before. I was like, recently teaming up with.
Skip that bit.
Yeah. So there you go. And then your storyline, right? Let me tell you what Claude wrote about your storyline. It's never too late, and you're never too sensible to start the bold thing. I think that's pretty accurate, knowing what I know about
Never
you.
too sensible. Yes, that's why my nickname's the Hooligan in the series.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It's so funny because I know how much your mum stresses about like you running around in a car, and I can completely appreciate and understand her stress levels, because I feel the same way, because there's like fear isn't a language. Actually, not a word in your vocabulary.
No, but with age comes a cage. Chad Nalon, I had a drink with him one night before we were racing. I only had a couple of drinks. And I said that to him, and he goes, "Oh, can I use that?" I went, "Sure, man." So yeah, from motorbikes to cars, it's so safe. You're not going to hurt yourself. Well, yeah, touch wood. It's way safer. Way safer. So,
it is way safer. I mean, we've got a round coming up. What do we got? Perth coming up at the end of almost this month. So another few weeks until we get back in the car.
That's where we met. That's where our relationship started.
I know. But you said you noticed me at Townsville. So, no, sorry, not Townsville, Tasmania.
Yeah.
So we pitted across from you guys. And then, yeah, so then we started working together in Perth last year, which is a lot later this year, actually, than it was last year. So we've, known each other for a while. And then I feel like you and I just sort of clicked immediately in terms of our personalities. And then I think the closer we become, the more we fight, like husband and wife or brother and sister, either. And we're not afraid to put our opinions forward.
Yes, I do send you messages like a husband would, and making sure, do you need me to get your medication? Do you need this? Like, yeah.
You do. And
then
you're just
I just think I like to look after good-hearted people. It's genuine, it's authentic. So you make it easy. I put the effort in because you do it wholeheartedly. So yeah.
Yes. It's nice to pour into people that pour back into you. All right, but let's talk about you. So as Claude let us know, you're a business owner, you're a race car driver, but as I teased at the start, like one of the funniest things I found out about you is that you used to be a beekeeper. And like when I say you've done everything, like you just like, and even still now, you're like, oh yeah, no, I did that. And I'm like, what do you mean? So we've got 4 daughters, 4 beautiful girls as well. Dad of 4, age ranges. What's the age range of the girls?
So 5, 7, 13, 15.
Yeah. So a fun range of there.
But it's good because the 2 older ones are age where they kind of click, and the 2 younger ones are age where they click. So you've got the 2 little groups. So if you're having 3 kids, people have a 4th, because then the 3rd child's not left out. But
there you go.
Like me and my ex, we just stood on the stairs saying F word like for 10 minutes when we kind of knew it was happening, because we're like, we need a new car, we need a new bedroom. What? And I actually got the step and found out 2 weeks later that she's already pregnant. So we weren't careful enough. So
really?
The best blessing in the world, our little Imogen. She's hilarious and super witty.
Yeah, I love see, I didn't know that either, so there you go. See, I still continue to this day to learn new things about you. She was obviously meant to be born in this lifetime with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's, wow, man, she's got a little bit of everyone in the family. It's like, yeah, it's perfect. And she's like,
I love it.
I'm sitting in the chaos of the office, but she's like, right. She does. That one's the cat that, we had to put our cat down, and that's for her cat that we lost. And yeah, it's like you got to live in the chaos. One of the things I was going to talk to you about is embrace the chaos. And she was like the chaos that we embraced, because in the chaos you grow. Or builds the reps, so you're strong enough to grow. But yeah, have a look at this. This is the chaos.
Oh, they left you like little notes. That's so adorable.
Oh yeah, they just take over the office, and so that's what I mean. Embrace the chaos rather than getting cranky about it, because they're kids. It's a home. Let them be in it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I did
Well,
get them
I
to
feel
clean
like
their
you
room
kind
up.
of yeah, well, you can't have a sterile home either. Like that's not your brand with you or the family, right? Like
No.
it's gotta be fun when you walk in there. So I think even when I came up to Newcastle, that's a while ago now, and then you're like, "Yep, let's go for a walk on the beach." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's do it." And then you've rocked up and you've got some mate's dog in the car, and I'm like, "All right, we're walking a dog today as well." So
I did. I
I
had my
never know
mate's
what to
Alaskan
expect.
Malamute. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that works, because he was stuck at Barrow, and she needed a walk. I'm like, great, I'll grab the dog, go there, and then remember all the fur in the car, and I'm trying to brush it
I
out.
do. I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's always an adventure. So outside of the adventure stuff though, there is so much depth to you as a human. And obviously we've talked about the business owner stuff. You are currently a single dad of four, and obviously managing a hell of a lot of people within Nova, but then also the race team as well. So I know that you're one of the first people that I go to when I need advice about, like, I feel like my life's falling apart, and you're like the best advice giver ever, because
Thank
you're
you.
not a lecturer where you're like, you should do this, you should, like, you literally, what you say to me is, I'm not talking to you because I know more, I'm talking to you because I'm experienced.
My line is, just because I give advice doesn't make me smarter. I've just made more mistakes.
Yeah, there you go. I butchered your
Yeah,
quote completely.
that's okay. That's okay. I say it enough to remember it. So, but yeah, literally,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
the only way I learn is from my mistakes. I make
Yeah.
big ones, but I learn them, and then I take responsibility. So there's two things: you can take responsibility for your mistakes and learn from it, or you can just learn. But if you don't take responsibility, you're not going to put the work in. So yeah, the work I've done, like high performance father stuff. I did a thing called the Landmark Forum, read books, done yoga, done the meditation stuff. I've done so much different stuff. It's actually like similar to engineering a car. You've got to have your tools in your back pocket to engineer yourself to work out what works for you. And then as you progress and grow, you probably need to change those tools. So, yoga, mobility. Then when you start to feel good about yourself, then some strength training, then cardio. Like I think you should try heaps of stuff. Don't think that works for you and stick with it, because you'll evolve and grow. You always need to kind of change it up, keep it positive and enthusiastic, I suppose.
Yeah. So let's talk about mindset then. I guess that's one of the biggest things that I look at you, and I'm obviously, with everything going on in your life, and you still show up every day and do all the things, and obviously we've touched on this when we've had chats previously, but obviously the mindset around having to run a business, and then the mindset around having to be the best father and a present father, and then the mindset around having to jump in a race car and find 2 tents for the wizard. Talk to me about those different Michaels, if we will.
Yeah, it's. I'd like to say it's program. Like I program myself to do it, but I think it's one foot in front of the other. You just start. If you overthink it, then you and I both have the ADHD brain, right? Mine's not a hyper-focused ADHD brain, so I just go, yeah, I'll do that and do it. So once you get the momentum, then you start to get in that mind frame. In saying that, in the race, I have to do a few rituals to get myself race ready, especially for quali or race session. Breath work. So I do a lot of things that mates with. So when you pull in the driveway, just turn the phone to silent, do some breath work, 4 in, hold for 4 out, and change your state. So if you change your physical state, you change your sociological state, and then when you walk into that house, your energy is different. And the other people in that house, predominantly your kids or your partner, will feed off your energy. So if you make the effort to then change your state, instead of just walking in the door, oh, there's mess on there, the kids, the food's ready, all right, like you're coming in with negative energy and you're going to reject those people that want to connect with you. So that's kind of the home trick for work. I've got a really good management team at Nova, so it allows me to go racing. And everyone there does an amazing job of doing what they're needed to do. I think after 20-something years of running a business, that's why I'm able, but I care about my staff. They're not, I shouldn't say staff. Staff is a weapon. My employees. I care about my employees. It's, culture's important, but I'm starting to realize culture's not everything. Actually, employees need boundaries. They need structure. They're a bit like children. So kind of reshifting the focus from all of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just do it. I just keep getting up and doing it and finding the positive. And I'm an ultimate optimist, which is probably why I get myself in so much shit, because I go, she'll be right. And then I go down the road and turns to shit and I go, oh, okay, I'll learn from that. I didn't win, I'll learn.
I like it. Yeah. There's no failure, right? You either win or you learn.
That's is it Hilltop Woods or Bliss and Esso? In a song we like.
It's Bliss and Esso. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Yes, another thing we have in common.
Well, another thing, your brain doesn't recognize. So when you're talking about mindset, your brain doesn't recognize the difference between, say to you, Megs, your hair looks shit, right? It's gonna affect you in a negative way. Like I'll just pulling up. But if you look in the mirror and say, "Fuck, my hair looks shit," it's been the same thing. So your brain doesn't recognize the difference between me telling you something negative or you telling yourself something negative. So with neuro-linguistic programming, it still affects you in a negative way. So one thing I've learned, and I had to get counseling around this, is to stop the negative talk. It can lead to depression. It can lead to disease because your chakra or your energies are constantly being hammered by just you talking to yourself in your head. So catch yourself talking negatively. Look into Ho'oponopono. That's another good one. So yeah, just help everyone say, look in the mirror and say, I love you, I love you. Thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. All those sort of things, by saying it to yourself wholeheartedly, can wipe away all of the negative stuff that you've said. So that's one thing that's made a big difference in my life. I try not to talk anything negative. I try and go catch myself and go and switch it into a positive. So
yeah, I think something that I've heard, and I heard this ages ago, and it's so funny you bring up that meditation, because I do that meditation Ho'oponopono every full moon, because it's like the ultimate time to release, right?
Do you go and charge your crystals?
Hell yeah, I am. And my moon water, you best believe it. Anything that is going to increase the energy in my space, you best believe I'm going to be doing it. But that particular meditation is epic because it's all about releasing, and that's what full moons are about, releasing. So like, for me in particular, I've got 2 inflammatory diseases, and stress affects them quite dramatically. So even just doing things like this is just like a bit of like a clean slate. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I've kind of got all of that, because something that I heard and something that stuck with me is the person you spend most of the time listening to is yourself. So if you are talking negatively and you aren't aware of those patterns, because 95% of what we're talking about in our brains, or what we believe, we're not actually conscious of. It's only that 5% on the surface that we actually know, right? And if you're being an asshole to yourself and you're like, nah, like, yeah, my hair looks shit, like my hair, this and that, like, why am I like this? Like your body literally, like yeah, it feels like you're attacking it. And that is why, and literally, like you said, that can manifest in all sorts of diseases,
It builds up your
diseases.
cortisol levels.
Yes.
So you can actually talk negative about yourself. Your cortisol, stress hormone, will go up. So one of the things I did, go and get frozen in a cryo chamber. So minus 140 for 3 minutes. That's epic. So everyone does ice baths, right? I just like to do things extreme. So there's a place in Newcastle called Cryo King, literally minus 140 for 3 minutes. You have to move every minute so that you don't get freezer burn where it blows in. It's insane.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Yeah,
No,
no, ice baths are a no for me. Anything else, I'll give it a crack. I just, one thing I refuse is like, yeah, I get the whole thing, but I just, yeah, no. All right, so let's talk about the other thing I love about you is it isn't your like no fear, because I know, like you said, as you've gotten older, things will come up. But I think it's more so the courage side of things. Like, you are a unique story in motorsport alone, where you started, you know, later than most do, because you know, you woke up one day. You didn't wake up one day, you know, you partnered with a team and you did sponsoring a team, and then all of a sudden you decided you wanted to be a race car driver. Right? And then that
it
all of a
just said, why not? Like, I have this saying going, I have 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs. Why not me? So that's the thing. Why not you? Why not? What? There's no reason why not. But there was a little voice in my head, Benny Kirkland, who was a mate of mine that actually worked for me on and off for years and years. He passed away on the beach. The opportunity to buy the car, I was like, oh, it's in the budget. And his voice was in my head going, I only have one life. I was like, yep, do it. Let's see what this looks like. So,
wow.
And I hadn't done any freestyle for me, you know, taking a back seat for the last 10, 15 years. It was business and building a family. So I was itching to do something extreme. I think I said at the time, I want to be extraordinary. And what I'm doing right now is not feeling extraordinary. So, yeah, jumped into buying a race car, learning how to drive a race car with Tim Brook, and then, yeah, just went up and up. So put on my mate as my mechanic, the wizard, and now his family is my crew. They're amazing. So, yeah, I've got a really good marriage between the Westbrooks of my crew and the race team and you. And, yeah, it's fun. And last year we just brought back the fun factor. It's like, expect nothing, appreciate everything, which is the thing I have in my home. I've got it off the snake tank to show you.
Wow.
And you hear me say that all the time. So you go to the racetrack, expect nothing, appreciate everything. And I keep getting quicker. So last race, best quality, moving up. So, yeah, I'm definitely doing things that are not aligned with my age or years of experience compared to the competition I'm racing with. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's fun to be along for the journey. So, what's next then? Is there anything else that's like a little niggle in the back of your head that you're like, you know what, why not? Why not? I'll do this.
You know what? Nope. I want to simplify life a little bit to make sure that I can give to my girls. That chaos, if you read the book, 10 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson, it's about order and chaos, right? Funny enough, I got a tattoo on my spine, like actual spine, and down the left-hand side is carved order and the right-hand side is carved chaos. I got that when I was 23. Yeah, because I'm half order, half chaos. I bought a house at 20, you know, all that, did all the order stuff, but I was also a rat bag. And I think I have enough chaos in my life. The order is my 4 girls. And as they're getting a little bit older, they probably need a little bit more dad time. There's so much going on. So to be honest, that's probably where my head's at. Getting more time with them, or being in the right headspace to meet them at their level, which is it takes a lot of energy to be there for a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 13-year-old, 15-year-old, and turn up with the right mindset, because it's all about how you speak to them and connect. So, you know, got to remember, you know, first before you correct. And when it's chaos and there's 4 kids, it's hard to remember that. So I think what next is that my biggest job is being a dad, and I want to be the best dad so that I can look back on my life and they can all look after me when I'm old and I've got heaps of injuries from all the stuff I've done.
I love it. I love it. Well, as someone who is incredibly close to her dad, I think, yeah, that's like one of my other favorite things about you. And that was like when we first met, I don't know if you remember this or not, is when you had the onboard of the ute. And you had Hi Girls, Love Dad on your dash
Yep.
in Tassie. Do you remember this?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
it was in Tassie,
Yeah.
in Perth, yeah.
Yeah, but you had you had the onboard in Perth, but then on the dash
Yeah.
you had in Tassie because it was Mother's Day, because you also had like, you know,
That's right.
Happy
Yeah,
Mother's
yeah.
Day to
Yep.
Nola and to Harry and
Big
all of
blue
that.
riding. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, that is so cool. Like, how many girls can say, look at what my dad's up to? And yeah, like I said, as somebody who is very, very close with her dad, it's funny because this reminds me of you as well. There's this meme going around it's like on TikTok or one of them, where it's just like, instead of like they're calling it reverse daddy issues. So instead of like the girls now that we see that, like, you know, if they're maybe a little bit living their life differently, they have like, you know, quote unquote daddy issues, where it's with the reverse. And it's like, oh, you won't show up and do this, my dad will. Like, oh, you won't do this and help me, my dad will. And so
Yeah.
I was like, that's so freaking cool. I was like, because that's me. Like, my dad's the first person that I call if I need anything. Like, and I can imagine how like potentially emasculating that could be for a guy that's like, well, I'm right here to help you. I'm like, my dad's got this, don't worry about it.
That's me. I'm a
I can
fixer.
just picture. Yes, you are.
I think when my wife and I broke up, I had to reinvent myself to be the wife and the husband, you know, the mum and the dad. And it was a big thing to embrace. But it made me a better dad, 100%. So that was a positive out of that traumatic experience, which, you know, it was traumatic. Building a family and losing it is truly traumatic. So connection with my girls. And then I started to take the two big girls away with me racing. So they didn't just see dad as going away racing and going, oh, you know, when dad's not here and we miss out. They were part of it. And you could hear them talking to their friends. Yeah, dad and Quali did this and that. And the boys come up and ask them, can you get your dad to sign the hat and stuff like that. So dad became a bit of a rock star, not just dad. And now they've gotten a little bit older where they're 13 and 15. I'm back to being uncool. So
I know,
but the
they
little
still
ones
absolutely
think it's
call you.
cool. Yeah.
That's it. You get to do it twice, right? Because you got the two younger ones that you get to go through the cool dad part again before you become uncool again.
Yeah, I think, and then older girls, you could speak to this. And when you get to about 20, you get like teenagers go away from their dads, they hate them, and then about 19, 20 come back to them. So I'm going to have that. Yep. I'm going to have the hating, but then they're coming back too. So when they start hating me, they still love me, and then when so I'll be good. I got love.
See, you've done it perfectly. Yeah, that's 100%, because you have to be a dad, right? Like, and that's what dad said to me. And I like remember this so vividly growing up. He's like, I'm not here to be your best friend. And I hated that because I was like,
I'm your father, not your enemy. I say that one.
Yeah.
I'm your father,
Like,
not your enemy.
let me go to the party. I want to go out. I want to go and hang out with my friends. I want to do all this. And I remember like, and we actually literally, dad and I talked about it the other day. I think I was about 16 and I wanted to go to this party so badly. And he's like, if you can hit me and knock me out, I'll let you go to the party. Right? I was like, I'm squaring up. Like, you best believe I took the best shot I possibly could straight at him. And I was like, I am shooting to kill here. Anyway, he grabbed my hand from behind my back. He pinned my arm behind my back and pushed me on the ground. And he put his foot like on top of me. He said, you are not leaving this house now, like with a few choice words in between. You cannot even defend yourself. I was like, no, like, and we still talk about it now because it wasn't a good situation for me to be in, you know, and he cared so much about me, obviously, that he was like, if you can take me down, I trust that you can protect yourself if something happens.
Yeah, right. That's pretty funny. I love that. I love that.
Just don't tell your teacher that your dad bashed you because it doesn't go down well. And I'm like, no, let me tell you what actually happened. Like, this is it, because the teacher's like, what?
When my girls shape up and try and hit me, they start doing a few and then like block them or do something and they go, no, I'm going to get hurt here. So they like, because literally I'll just put an elbow and they'll be hit an elbow, or I'll make sure that they it hurts them more, and they go, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what we
Scarlett
used to do.
punched me in the gut one day, and she bruised me. Like I shouldn't have told her how to punch, but I
No,
should.
you shouldn't.
No, I should, because she can protect herself. If
Exactly.
my girls grow up to be, 80% of their mother, like their mother, who takes no shit off nobody, they're going to be fine. They're going to be 100% fine. So, if they grow up to be like that, like her, I don't have to worry about it. No boys will be putting shit on them. So.
No, they're very strong little girls. I absolutely love them. I love it. It's they're awesome. All right, so we've got a few more minutes before we have to wrap up, and I knew that this would happen. That once we got chatting, so I want to ask you if you have anyone listening, and again, you can speak on different levels, and I know that some may merge together, but the best pieces of advice that you can give, and whether it's dad advice, business advice, race car driver advice, just general life advice. Let's hear it.
Well, I think we did touch on it. The recognize the negative talk about yourself. That's massive. It doesn't happen instantly. It's a slow burn. It will change your life. If you are doing it, it will definitely change your life. The other one I would say is find something that gives you your purpose, your spark. And if you don't, do beekeeping, or learn how to make cheese, or do beef jerky, or have a smoker, become barbecue smoker. I forget all the things I've done, Megan. But
I know.
if you don't have that one thing to kind of give you that little bit of energy, in a relationship, plan with your partner, because partner is called partner for a reason. Partner. If you're not on a common goal moving forward with that person, then you're not connecting. Vulnerability breeds connection, and that's with your kids and your partner. That's another one I've learned. So I've got a lot, Megan.
I know.
So many. But yeah, that kind of re-engineering yourself is kind of where it's at. Just don't just sit there and think, oh, life is okay. You can, even if it's great, it can be better.
Yeah.
Just give yourself that little bit of a purpose to push to the next step, the next step, the next step. Good mate of mine just says, lay the pavers. Just put one paver in front of the other. You don't. Small sprints is another one I say to people. Look at the mountain, the hill, the climb, just do a small sprint. But yeah, focus on the small things. Live in the chaos.
Embrace it.
Don't worry about the small shit. Just hug a tree.
I love it. Hug a tree.
2 minutes before we were on, I went out and I just put my hands on the grass because I thought it was icy, but I just touched it and just grounded myself and looked at the sunrise on my face. It's like the little things like that might sound a bit hoo-ha-ish, but 100%. It feeds your soul, connects your body, your energy to the universe. So, and I wasn't someone that kind of believed in all that crap, right? But it's real. It definitely makes a difference.
Yep, absolutely. And I love that.
And if you want to be a race car driver, just do it.
Just do it.
Bite off more than you can chew, and just chew, and just do it. So.
Yes, well, you've definitely, I guess the reinvention part is a really cool story of your life, as hard as it has been for you, I'm sure. But I think the fact that you've been forced to find those spark and those things, and I guess that's something you can get kind of complacent in your life. And I feel the same way now, because I sort of was like, well, I'm always sick and I'm going to feel like shit, so I may as well not do anything. But now that that's been removed, I feel like I've got all these things. So I feel like, maybe I'll become a race car driver too.
Didn't we talk about that?
Hey,
I recommended the RX-8s for you.
Yes, you did. You did. So watch this space. It is a huge thing. But like just like random shit. I was like, I want to learn how to play guitar. Like I want to just do things, anything. So yes, thank you for
I got 2 guitars I don't play. It's the same thing. I learned how to play guitar, and then I forget, like I said, I forget all the stuff I've done. But yeah, fresh.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I appreciate you.
All good. I love you.
And I love you. And we will see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys. You'll probably see Mick again. I'm sure he'll pop up at some stage. Same time, same place tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Megs. And